Okay, so I just got out of the Odyssey, so here's my spoiler-free review to the movie. So yeah, I definitely think this is gonna be one of my favorite movies of this year. Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors due to on how much he really does up the scales when it comes to each one of his projects, and oh my gosh, this movie was quite a spectacle to behold. This is apparently the very first film to be filmed entirely for a camera that's meant for an IMAX 70mm camera, and yeah, you can really just feel how big this whole movie is when you're watching it on an IMAX screen. I unfortunately don't have the privilege to go to any type of theater that has a 70mm IMAX screen because, for one thing, those things are pretty rare and there's none near me whatsoever. So I just had to stick to a normal IMAX showing. But still, I do recommend you guys see this in any kind of IMAX format because it is quite just a great ride to just be along. I don't really know too much about the original Odyssey story. It was like around last week where I managed to pick up the graphic novel they were selling at my local theater here, and I managed to finish it up the other day. And yeah, this was definitely a really awesome adaptation from the Odyssey story. Were there things that I wish that they had brought from that graphic novel and put in the movie? Yes, like not everything from the original story seems to be in here, but still a really great adaptation. Everything in this movie is so big to me. Like when I'm watching this in IMAX, I cannot help but notice just how grand of a spectacle everything is. From the sets to the cast, the musical score, the cinematography, the action, the costumes, like everything just feels so big on a grand scale, and it really is perfect to see that on an IMAX screen in my opinion. Like with any Christopher Nolan movie, I do feel like the movie drags on quite a little bit too much. In fact, I hear this movie was originally supposed to be much longer, but due to the type of camera they were filming this movie on, they had to cut down on so much footage and they could just barely reach the 3-hour mark. But still, despite how slow some of the pacing can be, I still think the movie does a great job on keeping the viewer engaged all throughout the film, so you're invested with all of the characters in the story. I definitely gotta warn this about people who are a fan of dogs, so if you have a dog or just love dogs in general, this movie may not be for you. Like, there is so much cruelty going around to dogs in this movie where it's really hard to watch at times. In fact, when I get home, I'm gonna hug my dog so hard because, oh man, I felt so bad for the dogs in this movie. But yeah, I'm still trying to really process a lot of what I saw in that movie, like, cause I'm just pretty speechless with what I saw. It was such an awesome movie, and it's definitely gonna go on my list when it comes to my top 10 favorite films of this year. I give this film a 9.8 out of 10, giving it an A+. Anyway, that's the review. Go down to the comments, tell me if you're gonna go see the Odyssey. Share this video with all your friends. And hit that like and follow button, cut it with all my latest content.